Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you are in this great wide world of ours, and welcome to another scene with Changeling the Dreaming. In this scene, uh, Sam has Sam has um, Sam has text Sir William with a desire to speak with him on perhaps one or two issues of some great importance, as well as just in general trying to reach out to someone that he respects a great deal. Um, as due to a little birdie, um, uh, he's he's heard that Sir William might be going through a stressful period, and we will open our scene with Sam having sent a text to Sir William in regards to asking where he might be found and if he wouldn't mind Sam's company for a little bit.
He will respond, going to Goblin Town, gotta go shopping.
I'll meet you there. Send.
Alrighty.
Um, and Sam will head off into the dreaming and off to Goblin Town.
Alrighty, so we'll they'll be standing near the just past the maze entrance of Goblin Town once everything's said and done, looking around.
Good afternoon, Sir William. How are you?
I'm doing alright. And he's looking around, and he's got a cooler with him.
Going to a party?
Nope. Paying a bribe. And he's just going to open it up, and there's a fairly large ahi tuna steak that he's just going to set on the ground, and he's going to then move off towards the inside of the market, hopefully getting lost away from terrible things that can see him.
Sam will follow. Anything I can help carry for you?
Nah, it's all small things today.
Okay.
Gonna need to just pick up things to make more inks.
Fair enough. After you're finished, I wanted to speak to you on on a on a matter concerning a mutual friend. Um, Actually, I suppose it would be most appropriate to address him as Squire Turner.
Yes.
And Sam will smile good-naturedly.
What can I do for you? What would you like to know about him?
No, I just felt it would be prudent, my friend, if I shared some things that I've observed. At the very least, this way you can act accordingly. And I also have a request regarding him.
Okay.
I know you've already accepted him as your squire, and that's wonderful. But I was wondering if you could perhaps find a way to Um, Sam thinks to offer him and in general mentorship as well. I'm I fear for him. He's given me some cause for concern.
Oh, really?
Yes. I do not know how to directly broach the subject, specifically in public, and it does. I believe it is also connected to a issue that is mutually known to us and is very sensitive to the knockers in general. Therefore, I'm not really sure how to broach it, as I don't wish to offend you, sir.
Well, what's on your mind? What is going on?
When we get away from the stalls, Sam will
Oh.
just kind of say quietly, so that only you can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have reason to believe that, um, due to his circumstance, I'm sure you're aware by now of some of the unfortunate uh, issues surrounding him, but I fear that he may uh, how I fear that he may be going through some post-traumatic stress disorder, as well as also needing a proper parental figure.
Uh-huh.
That's the most delicate way that Sam can think of phrasing it. Uh, so I was so my request was if you might consider um, if you might consider taking a more fraternal role regarding our mutual friend. Uh, he I fear he may need something that is beyond my ability to give him. At the very least, I felt it was appropriate that you should know what I perceived.
Sure. I'm listening.
Oh, that was it. Um, he he expressed it again in the most
Right.
delicate way that he could.
Well, I will take that to heart. There have been some. There's some things I question, but I, I'll look out for Timmy because Timmy needs somebody to look out for him.
I will as well, and in future cases, um, if you are amenable, I will share future observations with you, and you can handle it accordingly.
I see.
If that's all right with you.
Keep a distant hand with Timmy. I am teaching him and helping him grow. And if he gets too many messages, it may overload him. But
Forgive me, perhaps I misspoke. And in future, now, especially now that he is connected to your esteemed self, if I notice something that I feel is something noteworthy, I will make you aware of it if you don't mind.
I think would work better, yes.
And this way, perhaps we can work together to keep our mutual friends safe.
Of course. And that is our goal.
And at that time, Dizzy will be heading back towards Timmy's shop from lunch. And she'll stop and she'll say, "Oh, Sam, Sir Williem."
Hello, Dizzy.
She smirks. And
What's up, little bit?
She looks at William and says, "How's my boyfriend acting as your squire?"
So far, he's doing right. He's done what I've told him to.
She nods, and she says in a very joking manner, "Just don't get him killed, or I'll come after you."
Of course. I need him alive.
Nah.
Yeah.
I can certainly attest that if I can certainly attest that she is very good at paying people back. So
I agree.
Dizzy smirks and says, "Well, I avenged my parents only 2 hours after chrysalising, so..."
there's that too.
Everybody does what they need to do.
Yeah, life's a bitch, and the trick is to be her pimp.
I was gonna say, but so are you.
Oh.
No, I'm not a bitch. I'm cute and charming, Dizzy says, grinning broadly.
Like an angry hedgehog.
Oh! Ooh! Ooh!
Dizzy takes the mace off her belt, twirls it around a little bit, puts it back on her belt.
Aww. It's so cute when it's riled up.
Sam just looks at the both of you and laughs a lot.
Yep. Though, speaking of which, if you need anything while you're in Goblin Town, I'm now head of the Weapons Guild now that Timmy's joining the Aethernauts.
Oh, grats on him.
Yep. And that means I'm running his shop, so
Gonna high five.
she'll high five you. It's just to let you know, I'm not in the scrapyard anymore. I've hired a mortal to handle that.
That
And
sucks.
Yeah, but it does mean I get raw materials from there.
Yeah.
And I might go back if I need to work on some Grey World stuff.
Absolutely.
Unlike a lot of knockers here, I can work in the Grey World.
Gasp, shock, awe. Why do people think we can't?
That's what I want to know. I've got the equipment for it, and that's the biggest barrier. Yeah. But you'd be so Dizzy says you'd be so surprised if you're in a fight, someone blocks with a chimerical sword, and you just move right through it with a Grey World one.
Oh.
It's very useful like that.
I mean, bear mace. It's fucking useful.
Yeah. You don't need to worry. You don't need to just rely on these maces, she says, picking her mace up again.
You really like... Never mind.
Oh, actually, it's not. This isn't even my most proud creation right now. And she puts the mace away, and she pulls out the umbrella that's on the other side of her belt. And she opens it up, and she pushes a button, and switchblades come out of it. Ching.
Well, that's spiffy.
Yeah. And she pushes the button again, and they retract, and she closes it up.
That's a good one.
You are full of surprises, my little sister.
Well, thank you, Sam. And besides, this is New York. When it rains, it pours.
You know, you gotta need what you gotta need.
Exactly.
One of these days, I'll. You know, my current plan is just don't get involved and avoid dark alleys.
My plan is to do that, but when you can't avoid them, always have a bigger stick.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name again? I'm just thinking of a quote, and I can't remember the dude's name.
Teddy Roosevelt. Speak softly, carry a big stick.
I speak softly, but I carry a big stick.
And then Dizzy says, but to quote Yosemite Sam, well, I speak loudly, and I carry an even bigger stick.
Carry all the sticks you want. I've got bear mace.
There you go.
It stops people pretty hard.
Tasers work too.
Yeah, but I get more than one shot.
That's true.
You do with a taser, as far as I know. Aren't those?
You can make stun batons pretty easily. Dizzy says she's got that far off look of, I think I could design stuff.
Have you seen the taser sword?
Yeah, I could make a taser sword.
Taser mace.
Yeah, I could make a taser mace.
Lightning hammer.
I could make a lightning hammer.
Lightning hammer.
Because of the resources of the Bezdin, I could make you a lightning gun for the right price.
Lightning. Little tiny Mjolnir. You know you want to.
Hey, if you really don't mind it not being mobile, I could make a Grey World lightning gun. It wouldn't be as flashy as the stuff we can do here, mind you. But if you really wanted to, I could make you a Grey World lightning gun.
That would involve, me learning how to shoot people.
Well, not really, because you can't really aim lightning.
It just
Dizzy basically says you point a 45-degree arc at in the general direction you want to go to, and the lightning will follow the path of least resistance towards the ground at the momentum you send it at. So it'll kind of arc like this, and it'll go after the quickest way it can go to the ground.
And he just kind of looks at you.
What? I paid attention in high school.
Right. Newtonian math. We can supersede Newtonian math. Newtonian thinking is all fucking wrong.
It's not Newtonian. This stuff was all discovered. Stuff was discovered hundreds of years after Newton died. This is Ben Franklin math, yo.
So what are you doing? Shooting a little dart gun that attaches them to a kite?
No.
Actually,
Oh dear.
he gets that look again.
There we go.
That could work.
Now you did it.
Yeah, you shoot a dart, and it expands into a nice metal mesh, and then you shoot lightning at them, and the mesh will concentrate it into the spot where you hit the dart. That could work.
He's just gonna pat Dizzy on the head.
Uh-huh.
I've given you your new project. Go.
Oh, I've got too many projects to work on that. Cheek grins. You know that new she in town, Norseman?
Nope.
Well, there's this Norse she in town. He challenged Timmy and I to a contest for arrowheads,
Okay.
and
Oh.
I'm gonna make him a self-drilling arrowhead.
Oh, Trond.
Yeah, miniaturized power tool on the end of an arrowhead shaft goes off turns on right before it hits the target.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How is he anyway?
Is that the one that got arrested?
So I've heard.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
you know-
well. That means that's one less project I have to worry about because that'll take him a while to get out of that. I've also got another commission from the Count of Brooklyn. Nothing too major. At the moment, he just wants swords and armor and fancy pantsy stuff with no arts in it.
Boring stuff.
Yeah, it's boring, but he's got the cash. 3 dross is 3 dross.
Yeah.
And
What's the quantity he's asking for?
he's asking for 4 pieces with no arts, and I'm taking 3 dross from him. So
It seems.
you can buy higher qual. I'm kind of fleecing him a little bit because of my new position. She says, grinning.
It's name recognition. It's like a branding.
Yeah, it's
You pay more for Jordans than you do for other Nikes just because of the little man with the basketball.
exactly. I am the guild representative of the Knocker Weapons Guild of Goblin Town.
You seem so proud.
Oh yes, Dizzy grins. Confidentially, I wasn't even a guild member before Timmy gave me the position.
There's a look. There's this.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Just stop. Just shut your damn mouth.
No, I've proven my worth. I've proven my worth. It's all right. It's all right.
Shut your mouth. I didn't hear that.
Wow!
That was a thing I didn't hear.
Hey, actually, before I say this next bit, I need to double check. Did Dizzy mention to Sam, like, in character, how, there was supposed to be a vote soon to determine whether or not she could keep the position?
No, what Dizzy's mentioned is that at any time the Bezdin could show up and take it away and give it to someone more experienced. So she's working to maintain the position. If that makes sense.
Okay, so I know how to phrase this now.
Yeah.
So that's all been finalized, I guess.
Yeah, the paperwork's filed. I am the head of the weapons. I am the representative of the weapons guild. The other members of the weapons guild haven't filed any complaints yet, so nothing's gonna happen so far. I have to attend all the Bezdin meetings.
Of course.
And so that of course gives me an ear to the ground on all that.
Mm-hmm.
And near as I can tell, they're happy with Timmy's pick. and they've seen the examples of my work, and they speak for themselves.
Well, I don't know how it works, but if you ever need a character witness, you know, Sam just kind of raises his huge hand and waves.
Actually, the better Sam, because I haven't made any weapons for you, the best character witness I can ask for is Estrella.
Yeah.
Because all I have to do is have Estrella whip out that katana, cut something in front of the Bezdin, and say, "This is your representative."
Yeah.
That would clinch stuff fairly well, yeah.
Yeah, and that's all I really need. Or I could get Valencia.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
armor I made for her, and I could get this she, or I could get the Count of Brooklyn, because he's gotten half of his order already. I could get anyone I have actually made equipment for. I can get, and just bring them to the Bezdin Guild Hall, have them cut something, and say, "This is your representative."
Awesome.
Just gotta. Well. Yeah.
Heck, Timmy. If I bring Timmy on, he'll shout and curse and
Be Timmy.
be Timmy, and
Which is what you need.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm a little curious though. I mean, the Weapons Guild is a rather important guild, one would think. It's
all of our guilds are important.
Well, the most important guild at the moment is the Guild of Clock and Toy Makers.
Oh, I know that, but
and William kind of just scratches his forehead with his middle finger.
Yeah.
And
and then goes back to scratching his head.
Of course, all the guilds are important. I didn't mean to suggest otherwise.
We're most important during wartime.
Well, again, unity is always more important than individuality, especially in wartime.
Yeah, but at the moment that means that at the moment the weapons guilds, I think the Bezdin are patient enough to let me prove my worth before they kick me out.
But the thing I was actually going to say was that I kind of find it surprising that I think there's like 2, 3 members at the moment. I believe Estevan counts as a member of the same guild. I think.
Actually, no, Estevan is Clock and Toy Makers.
Oh, okay. Never mind. My mistake. My bad.
At the moment, man, the only members of the Weapons Guild are out of and this is out of character. The only PC members of the Weapons Guild are me and formerly Timmy. That's why Timmy was guild rep.
No, I
Oh, so the only.
so there would be more than in Goblin Town.
Yeah, there are NPC knockers who populate Goblin Town. Some of them are Weapons Guild.
Okay.
Technically, also the goblins in Timmy's shop are servants of the Weapons Guild, though they're not actual members.
Oh.
Yep.
Goblins can't be members of a knocker guild. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, so
Out of character, like just a moment back out of character. I find this whole thing very hilarious.
Yes, so do I.
But but
Yeah, it's anyways, back in character.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weapons guild isn't the biggest guild. But it's important. It's important in wartime, and we're likely to our numbers swell when there's conflict, and they shrink when there's not.
Yeah.
It's the way things are.
I was wondering, and I do apologize. Uh, there's something I've always wanted to know about the knockers and their guilds, and the way you said that just kind of reminded me of a very old question I've had for a while.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And and of course, if this broaches a sensitive point, you don't have to say anything. Yeah, you mentioned during wartime your membership swells, and when it's not wartime, it kind of wanes. Does that mean that the knockers can uh, um seek admittance into other guilds? I mean, can they be almost interchangeable, or?
Generally not. But
Well,
depending on the circumstances, they won't join the weapons guild. Like, you'll have an Aethernaut who's got some handy skills, who decides, when shit goes to shit, is like, I'm gonna go work with them, I'll be back in a little bit.
yeah.
They're not joining the guild, they're working with the guild.
Oh, okay. So it sort of becomes a partnership. It's not so much that they join the.
In addition, guilds aren't actually houses. This is much more of an internal thing that the knockers do. It's a society, not a house. That does mean if someone really wants to put in the effort, like Timmy does, to switch guilds, they can, and they aren't oath breakers or anything like that.
Yeah, but it's generally
Difficult, and most people pick a guild and stick with it.
Yeah. Some of us don't join guilds.
Yeah, and a lot of one of the things that makes the numbers kind of wane outside of wartime is changelings who chrysalis during wartime will often be encouraged to join the weapons guild, and then after seeing the horrors of war, a lot of changelings will become disaffected with it and leave the weapons guild.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, because the way that I often visualized it is that the guilds are much like the trades you'd find in the gray world, like the tradesmen, and the Bezdin is sort of like the collection of unions.
That's essentially correct.
But yes and no.
Oh.
Yes and no.
The Bezdin does have a bit more power than that.
Well, of course. So, would it be fair to say,
guys, I gotta run. Sorry.
Okay.
There's this.
Or would it almost be like how to word this? Would it almost be like a knocker parliament thing?
The best way I can put this is, for it to make any lick of sense, is, God, because it's not like, it's kind of like that, but not like that at all.
Oh.
Think. He crosses his arms and he looks. But this is entirely inaccurate. The Bezdin is kind of like the overarching ruling body.
Oh.
Kind of, but not.
Okay.
Your knockers are members of the Bezdin and another guild, but some are just members of the Bezdin. The Bezdin protects things. It's kind of central government. It's really, really annoyingly complicated.
I very much appreciate you being willing to answer my question. It's always been a sort of a point of interest for me. As I'm trying to understand my friends among the knockers a little more, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a good place to start, but I think that's probably the best way to put it.
Thank you very much. Also, I know we haven't really gotten to. I know we haven't really gotten to like hang out a whole bunch lately, but I would like to just mention that for whatever it might be worth, you're an individual that I respect a great deal, William, and I hope that at some juncture or other you and I might be friends.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm really apprehensive about meeting people and making friends. I've been burned a lot in the past, but you seem like an alright, upstanding guy.
Well, I'll be fair. I try. I I've been known to make mistakes here and there in other people's eyes, but I certainly do try. Um, actually, that that reminds me. Um, I had a bit of a suggestion, which I think might be helpful in sort of improving relations between the knockers and the boggins.
They're at they're where they need to be. It keeps things friendly.
When you say they're where they need to be, I just just because everyone has their own opinion on things, what does that mean to you?
Think of think of they provide a how do I do this? Friendly competition. Different we see things differently, we work different ways.
Well, that's fair.
And so it's more. There's no real, true hard feelings. Just,
Um,
good, lighthearted competitiveness.
um, Sam's paying a lot of attention to his words. Do I get something from that, or would you rather I roll?
Um, you can do whatever you like.
Well, it's just, especially when he says there's no true hard feelings.
You can take from it what you want.
Okay, I'll do a roll just because I find that statement very interesting.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be rolling a perception
Empathy.
empathy.
Mhm.
Sorry about this. I'm just waiting for the
That's
page.
fine. If it takes forever for the Dice Stream app to load.
Oh yeah, I'm also just getting my character sheet set up.
Ah,
So that's a 4 in perception, empathy of 2. So would you feel that my intuitiveness would come into play as well?
more of an. Is it a perception specialty?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
What do we got? 6, 4, 10, 6, 4, 1.
Yep.
I wish the Dice Stream app didn't show the dice right behind my little settings bar. Because all of my tool things like the mute, camera off, bandwidth usage, and settings, and leave call button are all right in front of your dice.
Oh.
But I can see them. But actually, wouldn't the 1 take the 10?
I'm never sure about that because I've been hearing like multiple things on that from multiple people. So honestly, I would need a good solid final ruling on that.
Yeah. I thought the 1s took 10s first.
I'm
Either way, it's 2 or 3 successes. That's just enough to know that he doesn't so much dislike the Boggins. He just feels that they're not as creative as they could be. He feels like they're not living up to the grand potential they have. There's not a lot of. He doesn't hate them. He doesn't revile them. He just feels saddened by them that they could do so much more and they aren't.
okay. Well, thank you very much for meeting me today. I very much appreciate it. Would you mind if I were to offer to buy you a cup of meat or something?
Sure.
Sam will take you into a tavern and buy you a couple of meads. I don't know why. I never drank this stuff before I chrysalis, but I just love mead.
Oh, it's
I'm,
awesome.
I know, right?
It's one of the best drinks out there.
I especially like the ones where you can actually taste the honey.
Oh yeah.
You know, those are really good.
William will only stay for probably 2 drinks and idle chat before he has to run.
Uh, Well, it's been really nice chatting with you.
Indeed. I look forward to talking with you uh, here really soon.
Is is there something you might be needing my help with, or?
No, just more chance to talk, more chances to chat.
Oh, okay. Well, I certainly look forward to it as well. Um, you have my cell number, so if ever there's something I can do to be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Alrighty,
I'll
will do.
I'll catch you later,
Alright.
and 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 Sam will offer you a toast as you as you
Cheers to him.
leave.
Have a good one, Sam.
You too. And with that, we can end our scene. But would Sir William like to have the final thought?
Um, just another good day in the changeling world.
And with those thoughts, we'll end our scene, ladies and gentlemen. Sam, for his part, is just hoping with this united effort that um, we can all work together to try and keep Timmy Turner safe. And with that, we'll end our scene. Thank you very much for watching, and we look forward to role playing with you again in the future.